Welcome, guys. Looks like we're live. Today in Tectony, we are going to continue building the bunker base. We started on the frothing planet. It's a lush planet with kind of like fermenting bubbles. It's pretty interesting. It's a new type of planet that came out with the Origins patch. It is also an extreme cave planet. It has no storms, blue skies, blue water, and purple grass. So it's a pretty cool planet, and we've decided to settle here as a headquarters for the Divergence. And we are building just that a hangar base, a bunker base. Last few streams, we settled, we created an electrical plant to supply power to the base. We have also created the hangar, and we are at the point of entry hangar, and then there is a cross intersection that will split. So that intersection has already been defined, but we are yet to extend it in all directions. So that's pretty much what we're gonna be working on today, digging further into the mountain and placing the um, tunnels we need. We may need to buy materials. I couldn't get a chance today to do so um, early before the stream, so I'll have to do that. Otherwise, we cannot place parts, and that's no good, right? Luckily, what we need is ferrite dust, so it's available in every space station in the amounts of 4,000, almost 5,000 sometimes. So we're gonna get plenty of it really quickly. But yeah, this is what we have so far. I'm glad to see terrain has not grown back. Community research milestone, tier 1 complete. Speaking of, we could do um, Nexus missions because I think I have 2 pending. But yeah, this is where we left off. As you can see, the intersection is defined, the corners are defined, symmetry is good. Now all we have to do is to build the corners themselves, right? So let me check how many items we have. Oh look, we have plenty of ferrite dust. Why am I? Maybe it's because I didn't have my spaceship nearby. I think that's it. Well, there it is. Okay. I want to do something before I continue building many parts. I want to raise this one level up. This will take a ton of walls away from the... Well, no, because we'll add them in a different layer. Alright. So basically what I want to do is create pathway, a safe walkway for travelers. And the way I want to do that is by raising. There's one piece over there. I think I got it. No, there we got it. Yeah, let's get rid of these walls so that I don't forget later. We're not gonna need them anymore. than we need. I know it looks like we're working backwards, but I think it's gonna be worth it. We can always move the lights up later. You'll see what I want to do. It's hard to describe in. Yeah, I was trying to think about it last night. Oh wow, I had make sure you're coloring your pieces. You pick your color because you can barely tell. But yeah, they had the default color. All right, we're good now. No big issue. We found out early. Otherwise, it takes pretty much the same amount of time it took to place the items in the first place. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but I know I'm removing these floors because I'm raising them one up. The lateral sides of the hangar will be traveler walkway, so people walking away from the exocraft, so they don't get squished, right? That's the whole purpose of this change. So it makes sense. You'll notice that. Yes, I think this is good. Probably. Mm. Yeah, I don't want the stair to go up in the walkway to be in the way. We'll have to use a floor here. Hmm. Yes, we can. So let's finish this outer side that we messed up earlier, right? With making our edits. It's not gonna be difficult though. We just have to extend the sloped ceilings. It should all line up. We're missing a wall or two over there. There's one wall over there we can remove. Alright, that looks good. Now let's create the wall. Yeah, this way our travelers don't get squished by exocraft traveling in and out. And it still works because each exocraft will have 2 square wide lane. So they'll have plenty of room to pass each other. You know, imagine one exocraft going in the hangar while another one is exiting. Um, yeah, you want to have plenty of room for both. We're actually going to implement a light system, like a traffic light system, that if the proximity sensor says one exocraft is approaching this corner, we're going to turn it red for the other ones that are turning until that one exits. Then we're going to turn another light green if the sensor doesn't detect anything. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Let's mirror the same change. Okay, here we go. Let's go a little bit higher and get it from there we go. Gotta get rid of one row of sloped and one row of walls. We can leave those walls. Oh. It's just time consuming working with such large structures, but I think it makes it worth it. Now we're gonna place a wall there. No, wait. Yeah, I got it wrong. I still need to remove one row of floors, so that's why. The wall will go one more square inwards. It's very easy to break the symmetry and not notice. Just if things start to look odd, you know, just like stop and double check everything, because fixing mismatch of symmetry is very difficult. It takes pretty much removing everything and placing it back again just to shift this wall like 1 block over. Imagine if I have to shift this wall 1 block over. Um, yeah, pretty much every piece has to go and then be placed again. So we want to avoid that and catch those um, errors in symmetry early. Yeah, but yeah, welcome guys. Hope you're having a good evening. Invalid position, but that's just because the hydrogen grew back. The hydrogen will block your placement. No big deal. Just have to use your mining beam and collect it. Oops. one there. Yeah, we'll need another here. We remove this floor. Well, we remove all the floors. I'm so glad this planet has no storms. We don't have to deal with the annoying, noise of extreme weather or hazard protection telling us the planet is extreme 50 times in one stream. But yeah, this will give a safe walkway, and eventually we'll paint in a different color. I just don't know which color I'm gonna use. I'll pick that later. I'll pick a secondary color later, and we'll use it for the walkway to give a contrast between the walkway. Probably what I'm gonna do is color the middle. Hey, we gotta subscribe. Vanje Vangelis, 2019. Welcome, welcome. Hey guys, I just saw your. Oh, we got a sword raid. Awesome, awesome. Thanks, guys. How's it going? Good evening to all. Thanks, sword. Awesome. Appreciate the support. Wow. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Cómo estás tú? ¿Todo bien? Yeah. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we're building a hangar, our headquarters. So we'll post. We've already uploaded the base. If you arrive at this system, it's in Euclid. You'll be able to um, just use this base as an outpost. So there are the coordinates. Oh, there they are. And as well, if you add me as a friend code, then in No Man's Sky, you'll be able to just see my bases and join the bases too. But yeah, welcome everyone. Awesome. Oh, Big Patch says cool base. Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate. Glad you're liking it. We're gonna build a bunker base. We have already built an electrical plant. I'm gonna show you the electrical plant. It's over there in the distance. We haven't routed power yet to our hangar, but we will soon. And what we're going to do is have a hangar that lets exocraft travel in and out. That's why we have these lanes. We have a like two square lanes for each. We may replace the floors and eventually use metal foundations to give a contrast in texture. But within our hangar, we'll have a cross intersection, and then on one side of the cross, we'll have like a refining industrial area. So exocraft loaded with materials, come here, turn a corner, drop their materials, then use the other lane to go forward if they want, and just go to a parking lot area where they can rest on the other side of the cross intersection. Then forward into the cross intersection will be the entry of our hangar itself, the living quarters of our crew, right? Um, so I think it's gonna come out pretty cool. And we used our multi-tool to flatten the terrain, so to help it avoid grow back. And then we dug the terrain with our multi-tool's largest setting. I noticed that some parts I used the Minotaur, and in other parts I used the Geology Cannon, and those parts seem to have grown back. So I noticed that those grew back, but the mining beam ones didn't. So then I just dug everything with the mining beam, and it didn't grow back when we loaded today. Oop, placed that one wrong. So Big Pledge says, awesome. I don't use the exographs enough. Oh well, I like them because I like the drift tire suspension, and then using the boost, and they become extremely fast in horizontal movement. So they're pretty cool. The motorcycle, it's one of my favorites. But the Minotaur is amazingly useful because it's pretty much like you're walking um, without an exocraft. You can pick up storm crystals. You can pick up archaeology bones. You have your Minotaur boar. You have your mining beam. You have your cannon. And then it comes default with hazard protection. So if you're starting out in a survival permadeath mode, it's extremely convenient to just use 10, 10 salvage data to unlock the Minotaur as early as possible. And after that, you're just riding on a Minotaur. It totally eliminates the need for you to be prioritizing your multi-tool or your exosuit hazard upgrades. Yeah, like you'll just wherever you land, you just summon the Minotaur from your freighter, and you have full protection and really powerful mining beam. So you don't have to wait until you find like a really powerful multi-tool or something. Usually that's my go-to early on in the game. Okay, we're gonna be removing this layer as well. But yeah, I hope that helps you guys. Gek Hunter says, what race you prefer to hang with in the game? Viking, Korvax, Gex, or Traveler? Well, I have to say, of course, Viking, because they're the only ones willing to stand up to the Sentinels. Okay, the Korvax worship the Sentinels and the Atlas as a god, so they're totally clueless. And then the Geg don't care about anything about except profits, to the point of being totally hypocritical with you, even if they don't like you, just to get your nanites and your units, get you to spend your units and your nanites. So they really don't care if atrocities happen. Well, they committed their share of atrocities. The Gek, the first spawn, right? They did. So and if I won't spoil more because that's just pre-lore, right? That's lore before the game. Um, but there are some things you find out during the game about the Gek that I don't know may not thrill you. Um, but it is what it is, you know. They're all cool species. It's just I like the fact that the Viking, you know, value honor, you know, honesty, integrity, and are not cowards. You know, they don't shy away from a challenge or a fight. They're willing to stand their ground, and they were successful in pushing the Sentinels all the way to the outer edge of the galaxy until the first spawn came. That's when the first spawn did like a what's it called, a sucker punch, and then they were dormant, and suddenly once they saw that the Viking were like totally occupied with Sentinels, and the Sentinels were a non-issue anymore, so only the Viking left were left. That's when they waged their war. That's when they activated and where started, and it caused the Viking to lose their war against the Sentinels. So no. Mary Lizzie says, well, love your mech suit. Can you do massive damage to walkers with that cannon? Yes, yes, and you are also shielded from them as well. Your mech suit will give you some defense. I don't know how the game calculates it, but I think it does stack even with the upgrades that you do to your exosuit. So you board your Minotaur and you're pretty much war machine there. Plus, I also discovered a secret that I've been using the Minotaur for years. Well, maybe I don't know. It's not been out for a year, but you know, since it came out, okay. And I never knew this trick that I'm gonna show you. Okay, I just need to get Ferrite Dust. I was distracted by the story about the um. That's a pretty cool explorer. Oh no, it has this other side. I like symmetrical ships. If they're asymmetrical, I feel like they're odd. I feel like that propeller would cause it to spin in circles and circles and circles, and it couldn't go straight. It would be a non-functioning ship. But that's just me. Buy items, starship, ferrite dust. So we get 2,000 from this guy. We're gonna get 2,000 from the other ship. So we're gonna get a bunch of it really fast. Ferrite dust, starship. Nice. This one had 2,000 and a half. Um, good choice. Peach says, awesome, awesome. Yeah, it's what it is, you know. There's one point where you get to pity the Gek for their current state, and they say like, no, you know, that's ages ago. That was ages ago. Now the Gek are whatever we want ourselves to be. So it's not like they are the first spawn or affiliated with them or condone it. So your character can be Gek, Korvax, or whatever. Plus, any traveler that you choose is already part of the divergence. So they're not really, like, for example, my Viking is not really part of Hike command. Or the Korvax, that if you use a Korvax, he's not a part of the convergence. So they're divergence. That's why our community is called a divergence, because we're the travelers that, you know, don't fit into these boxes of, you know, what a Korvax should be or what a Gek should be, or even recognize that authority, you know? Even when you're doing your missions for, oh, that's a pretty cool explorer. It's symmetric. It's like white and red. If I find cool starships, I'll take a screenshot and I'll post them on Facebook. I haven't posted in a while, but I will. I've been collecting them. I'm just gonna post like 50 at once. But here we go. Take a screenshot. Yeah, someone might want to find this starship, you know. It's pretty cool. I like it for myself. But yeah, let's go back. We have ton of stardust. I mean ferrite dust there. We should be good for a while. And then I'm gonna show you that exocraft, the Minotaur trick that I discovered yesterday. Was it? Maybe. I didn't know was a thing. It's about how to travel fast, how to maximize the speed your Minotaur moves. It's gonna be the fastest exocraft you own. All right. So let's just land. There's our hangar bay. Let's land near the hangar so that our ship is there. We need to use its inventory. Okay, so we oh, it has to render things. All right, we're good. So yeah, K-Ball Gaming says you probably right. And Typo 148 says, I guess I am weird. I like asymmetric explorers. Well, it's if we all like the same thing, then there won't be no economy or market. You know, there would just be one monopoly corporation, you know, selling the same thing. Like Up. No, was it Up? It's not Up. It's the Wally. Like Wally and the Walmart. Everyone has the same color, and they release, oh, the new color blue, and everyone has to wear the new color blue. You know, it's variation. Like that's what we like about No Man's Sky procedural generation. No planet is alike from the other. Such is reality, right? Reality is the most awesome video game, okay? It has the highest resolution graphics. It has the craziest procedure generation, the most dynamic lighting, okay? The most high fidelity sound effects that you can imagine. Reality is awesome, okay? So you if we like we're making struggles to get video games to emulate reality. Um, Obviously because we can go into other fantasy setting environments like futuristic like this. But still, let's not forget that the real game is out there, outside the screen, outside your door. That's very important. That's very important. That's how you leave legacy behind. Gek Hunter says, I am more toward Traveler and Viking. I don't like the Gek, so when Gek shows up at my base, they are forced to take on the base. uh, nice. I want to see that maze, dude. That sounds pretty cool. On virtual reality. Nice, nice. No, I was talking about actual reality, you know. Imagine your brain, how your five senses perceive reality is better than any game can deliver those same what do you call it? Sensations or perceptions. You know, your visual perception or your auditory input. Uh, K-Ball Gaming says the controller sucks though in reality. Well, think about it as a ultimate challenge. You have only 1 point of health. You get hit, you die. You gotta really make conscious decisions. You cannot reload your save file. It is the most hardcore game there is, and everyone is playing whether they want to or not. But still, it's good. You know, if we can stop in No Man's Sky to fly through the clouds or appreciate a sunset, then we should why not appreciate one, you know, that's here you share with your friends and family over a barbecue. Pretty cool stuff. Typo says reality, it's all permadeath. It is. It is. Or is it? Dun dun dun. What if? You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if you've already been here, or if reality is just already cycling through again. You know, like the universe expanded, imploded, expanded, imploded. Who knows? I do believe creation was an act of consciousness, though. Okay, because it's like symmetry. You know, there's such balance, not just in ecosystems of natural beings, right? Like savannas and rainforests, but between the laws of physics and it's just amazing. It's just amazing how like everything ties together. You know, it all started with clouds of hydrogen, but the laws of physics were already in place to create the most complex of organisms, right? So creation was just pure gas, and still there was all the physics needed to turn it into what it is today. Like I told one of my exes, you know, it's like the entire humanity has loved and waged war just to create an earth, a world to hand over to you. Like all your ancestors, all the struggles that your ancestors have achieved, and everyone, every single life, every single human being has a direct link in ancestry to the first human being. So that is a last name, ancestry, a genealogy that has existed since the first organism came to existence. So when to me it is a tragedy when you know a legacy is lost. When a legacy is lost, because to me that you know it is a genealogy line that has existed since the dawn of life, and it suddenly has broken the chain, and now it's up to other genealogy lines to keep the chain going, but that one is lost forever. And as we know, genes are unique too, right? So that combination of genes will never occur, and it might have had something totally unique that it might take millions of years to regenerate. I don't know. That's just me assuming evolution is happening in the gene level. And oh no, that plays way into the ground. Doesn't matter. No one's gonna see the misplaced part. It's just gonna count towards our usage. So those tend to stack up. But yeah, um, Typo says, okay, incarnation is a theory. I agree totally. It's one that I do not believe. I I believe that we have only one, that we are here, and we're, because to me that is it, and it's just not because I have any evidence that tells me though, but it's because is what I choose to believe. Because when I believe that this is the only one life that I get, I feel like I'm encouraged to live it fuller, that in the sense that I will not get another chance, that every decision I make is cemented, not just in my history but in the history of humanity itself, right? Like if you're negligent and you cause an accident and you take a life, that is again one line of genes that is broken from humanity. Okay, one and you can project the effect of that one negligence into the future, and imagine in just a matter of 100 years, that would be probably you know, a few generations, and equivalent to maybe a dozen or two human beings that never got to be. But translate that to a century, to translate that, I mean, we're already century. Translate that to a millennia, and that is a huge amount of humanity. Okay, so it's a, and I believe that no, you know, not one life is more significant than another, or in regards to amount, like two lives are not more valuable than one life. Okay, so I would, you know, there's this saying, you know, like, oh, would you sacrifice this person in order to cure cancer, and save these hundreds of thousands? You know, I don't believe that you can justify taking a life at all. We have no capacity to understand the ramifications over time of one such actions, and there's no way to place a value on life. So to me, as a programmer, to me it's like comparing the undefined. Okay, so if you tell me variable x, okay, variable x is undefined, equals undefined, and you tell me what is greater, x or x times 2, it doesn't matter, they're equal, they're undefined. Okay, so that's how I see it. I see it. If you cannot put an actual value, numeric value, or assign a value to a life, then they're all equal, no matter how many you group together. They're all undefined and all are priceless. They're all invaluable. Okay, you cannot assign a value. So therefore, yeah, yeah. That's how I like it. I like it. You guys brought the philosophy out of me today. uh, Geg Hunter says, I always need batteries. Yes, we have 200 batteries at our in this planet. We haven't had to recharge it because since it's a lush planet without extreme storms, we haven't had to trigger our hazard to turn on. But that's pretty good. It's not, we didn't just exclusively say we're gonna build here. Excuse me. It just happened that this was the planet that I had saved with extreme caves, and by extreme caves I mean, let me just go up in the sky. There's an extreme cave like that, like you see the canyon right in front of our electrical plant. It just goes around it, and that cave system connects all the way down to a lake somewhere. Oh yeah, over there in the distance. It connects directly to the lake, so you can imagine how massive the cave systems are inside this planet. But that's what allows us to build so deep into the mountain. We started in a Arctic planet that had the new drastic terrain, that is like these extremely steep mountains that reach past the clouds, and we noticed that the layer of terrain that you can actually dig out is very shallow. So before we even reached our corner, we had already run out of space. So yeah, uh, Taz Gaming says poor core bags. Yeah, I didn't speak too fondly of them. Typo says, so you're not worried about build limits? Yes, but the build limit is I think 20,000 parts. So, and I think that is per save file. So your save file will have 20,000 parts between all bases. We have very little bases. We haven't built many bases. This is gonna be our headquarters. So this is our first massive base. And what I will do if we reach that build limit, and we will know because we won't be able to place any more parts. If we reach that build limit, I will start a new save file. It's the only way around it. Or demolish the base, demolish one base to build another. That's just the way around it. Let's remove these parts. Okay, I wanna finish this so that I don't break symmetry because of leaving this corner without the same effect we just created. And all I have to do is just define it. So it have to be a 4 wide corridor for the exocraft. But you can see the exocraft fits in and it has plenty of space. You could actually fit two of them, one in and out. Um, and yeah, that would work. So let's build this wall here up. And then we're about to start digging more so that we can place more parts. All right. Yeah, it's all theories. And don't get me wrong, the I like the Viking, but I'm not so fond of high command, okay? High command pretty much massacred the family of our Viking officer, our security multi-tool officer, just because he joined us, just because he became a divergent and started helping us, a traveler, not a Viking. Despite the fact that we're highly renowned with the Viking faction. So that was pretty lame on his part, or whoever. Their gender is odd. Like you'll meet a female or male Viking, but you wouldn't tell their gender at all. They're kind of like the same. I think Gek are the same as well, and obviously Korvax are machines. All right, that looks good. No, it doesn't. Whoa. You see, there's a break in symmetry here. Well, when I'm not sure of something, oh, I see. We're missing the top corner here as well. We have these walls, one square to forward. Okay, wall there, floors. We can even create an archway. Yeah, let's do that, right? We can connect all four with an archway. I think that's gonna be legendary. All right, let's use metal because the concrete ones just look too flimsy. Ah, we only get to raise by one. Is that enough? Is that enough for an exocraft? I think not. No, not at all. Almost. Maybe there's a way around it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get creative, guys. Okay. Let me learn how to drive. I'm gonna just place it here so I get a reference. But now looks like we're gonna destroy all the equipment on the roof, on the ceiling, definitely. If we go 1 square higher, we're fine. We have enough clearance. So that tells me that I need a wall here and here. Okay? And now let's get the metal stair. I already see it. I already know what we'll do. I will make these. All right, I guess we need a floor. The stair snaps to a floor. Yep. But yeah, more than the build limit, I'm worried about terrain growing back. That's gonna be the... And it already did. I dug it out back, like off camera, and then it hasn't grown back since. Hopefully it won't. Yeah, how's that? Then I'm gonna use the metal just to create a difference. Paint your structures. I gotta paint this stair. There we go. Okay, now they're painted. Then this one is removed. Over here. That one as well. Let's go get the stair again. Perfect. Okay, now let's seal here. Yeah, this looks odd. That's the way it's gonna stay. Yeah, we're not racing that corner one more time. No, man. That took 20 minutes of the stream at the start, right? No. But usually, yes. If I mess up, I'm going to. I'll rather revert, replace parts, and actually place them properly, than mess up. Um, TS Gaming. Well, Hazerden, welcome back. Welcome back. Hazerden says, "Hey, do you have a Discord channel?" Yes, it's the Divergence. I don't have the URL readily available. I'll add it. I think it's already a part of the YouTube about, but if not, I'll add it. Thank you for bringing that up, Hazerden. TS Gaming says, I honestly don't really care for any of them. Lol. Korbaks were building mass destruction machines, so the Gek enslaved them all. Viking want to fight everything and have uh po- poly policeless world and have a policeless world. Okay, Sentinels are so over sensitive and ain't uh, Sentinels are so oversensitive and ain't all travelers dead and want all travelers dead already, lol. Yep, yeah, yeah, definitely. For you pick up, you destroy a stone and they engage, but I think that's part of the glitch. They glitch and they're behaving erratically. The allies cannot control them. I think that's my understanding, right? TS Gaming then says, No Man's Sky is one of the darkest games ever if you really think about it. But we all love it. We do. Greg Hunter says, you know how to do the base build glitches? Well, I've done some accidentally, like the the one where you cannot place a part and then you switch one. Um, but I'm kind of like aware of how to do some. I usually don't do them. For a long time I thought incorrectly. I thought that they would affect my save file, that they could cause issues with it, and I kind of like said like no, I'm not gonna risk, you know. But nah, like it's at this point it's just because I got used to it. But I would use it. I would use it, and we will use it if we need to. If there's a use case where I say like, for example, we were planning to build a cannon. The reason we were building a bunker in the first place was to build a bunker like the one in Hoth. So that's why we were building in an extreme Arctic planet. Uh, but the but yeah, we were gonna build the shield generator that protects the bunker base, right? And if you remember from the film, that shield generator is rounded. It has you know it's kind of like a um, dome shape to it, and we have no way to naturally make that with the building part. So it would have required glitch building and angling things. But there's also the rotate tool, so you could rotate things all kinds of directions. So we'll try to play with it and we'll balance it out whatever we need. But the landing pad one, the how to place a landing pad centered and flush. That's a great tip. I actually watched the YouTube video on it today from I forgot his name. I'm gonna give him a shout out. I gotta give him a shout out because his video was awesome, and you guys gotta watch it because it's gonna let you place your landing pads even within foundations, flush with foundation. He has three ways of doing it that all three have different results, and you can pick and choose depending on what you want. Beeble Bum. Beeble Bum. You can search how to merge landing pads on YouTube from Beeble Bum. Really good video on how to glitch build the landing pads in three different ways. And I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start building mine like that. All right, we have one side. That's gonna be kind of odd, but we can even connect them. We could connect them. Exocraft has plenty of clearance. I think I like the metal ones. Oh, we took more. Glass metal ones. That's awesome. Okay. Beeblebum, sounds familiar. Yeah, I'm sure you have seen Beeblebum. You probably didn't even notice. They're short videos, but really helpful ones too. Tutorials and stuff, really good. Hazer then says, just look just took a look and there is no Discord link. There is no rush on it. Just waiting to post some pics of the tower for you to take a look at. Awesome. Yeah, man. Okay, I'll do that. Priority next stream is gonna be up. Thank you very much, Hazerden. Mary Lisa says we know Beeblebum well. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, he's awesome. K-Ball Gaming Beeblebum. Sounds familiar. You gotta check him out. Yep. Gig Hunter says we all know Bebop Hum lol. Laugh LMAO. Keyball says Lizzie. Jonathan Mobach says I have a few questions for you all. Where can you find the new class modules? You mean the X class modules? You can buy them off the scrap trader. He is the same one that sells you the freighter, the derelict freighter items. You will be able to purchase your I'm gonna leave these. You're gonna be able to purchase a different modules from them, and they'll have one. You have to visit different systems because they're gonna run out, but you'll be able to just visit another system and they'll have a different inventory. Kind of like the every space station has their own vendors for upgrade modules. Well, the derelict freighter one will have upgrades now, X class upgrades, and those can actually be better, have better stats than the S class ones. So there's another video on that, really good video too, that teaches it shows you even all the different values that you could get from the X class upgrades. I hope that helps you. You could check that video too. Nitro, welcome Nitro. He says, sorry, I wasn't on the stream yesterday. It was my birthday. Happy birthday, man, dude. Hope you had a blast. Don't worry, it was a impromptu stream. Work environment was pretty chill, and I got to do everything that I needed to do. And I said like, well, I want to play. So if I want to play, then I should go live. I guess. So here we are. I don't know why that one doesn't want to play. We'll figure it out. But yeah, welcome back, man. Good to have you here. Gonna place on yeah. Jonathan Moorbag says they can, so it is a risk. Yes, yes, because they can be even worse than C class. I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure some of them can be worse than C class. So they are a gamble, but that's the fun in it, right? That's the fun in it. That now you have a reason to keep spending nanites because you could get, if you're a min maxer, you could get really powerful OP. You should check out that video because it breaks it down. But some of the upgrades are really powerful. Like increasing your oxygen. Each X class has increases your oxygen tank, the jetpack tank, by like 25% more than an S class. So if you max out, 6 of those, three in your technology slot, 3 in your exosuit slot, then you have 150% more tank power than anyone that has all 6 S classes, even if they're max. Assuming they're max, the S classes, and assuming the X classes are max as well. But yeah, really good upgrades. They're worth it. They're a whole new like meta for min maxers. And it also carries onto the ship, so it's not just your multi-tool or your exosuit, but also your starship. So there's plenty of X-class upgrades to dig up. You can also find them in the new buried cache. There's a new type of structure that's buried. It won't show on a planet. Like you wouldn't see it from scanning a planet from orbit. You have to go to the planet and use your scanner. But if you see something that says like buried buried container or something like that, someone can correct me if they know the real terminology that the game uses. But if you see that and you dig them up, they'll have potentially X class upgrade. Yep. Gek Hunter. No, wait. Oh, buried caches. Buried caches, he says. Get Hunter says they can be found in buried caches on the planet, and sometimes a ship can land on a planet and they will sell X-class tech. Oh yes, right. Those are the pirates. Pirates can land randomly on planets, and you can go and interact with them, purchase upgrades from them. TSA Gaming says, yes, Jonathan, the X class is a toss up. Not always better, but they may be. Uh, and I think that's great because otherwise you would just go for S class, right? And not even gamble. Get Hunter says X class range in stat of C to S plus per stat it can get. Yes. However, Get Hunter says the one X class you should hunt for is the hazard protection, as this is unique to X class. Oh, right. Right, there is a new type of upgrade that is not just like, oh, heat protection or frost protection or radioactive protection, but it is an actual general hazard protection upgrade. Before there was no such thing. So now you could potentially have six more upgrades for your hazard suit on top of the ones that you already have for your respective biomes. Great tip, great tip. Yeah, yeah, you gotta have that to make mid max, right? Um, but good stuff. Concrete, no metal. I think this is pretty cool. It's kind of like in the middle of everything. We have all sides. There's this one is missing walls. All right. I don't think we're gonna be able to put a corner here. Oh, yes, of course we can put a corner. If we can glitch build, we can put anything. Right, guys? I'm just, my imagination is limited today. We put a wall, then we put the inner corner, and then we get rid of, well, it has to be a metal one. And then we take this wall out, and then we use another wall. Nice. It's kind of thin. I like to give, but it's fine because exocraft are not stepping on this platform, right? It's just people walking on top of it. So it's not like it's gonna shatter and crumble. I like to think of that when I'm building. Uh, for example, you saw how we raised this just to have our people walking on the edge safely away from the exocraft that are traveling. Um, so it's just to give it a little bit of depth, um, that shows a bit of forethought into the design itself. Okay, let's put some. Oh, this gives it a little bit more depth. What is it, Mara? Um, so Typo says, or they can be worse than C class. Metro says, I got a GTX 1650 Super for my birthday and want to test it. Mind if I join? Awesome, man. Yeah, you're gonna test it with all these uh items. But before you join, give me a second to hit the magical button because yeah, last time you joined, we crashed at one point. So want to make sure that we don't lose so much progress when and if that happens. But that's what the friend code is there for, so that you guys can join if you want. Um, oh, it looks good. Probably needs a paint job. It needs a different color to give it a little bit of more pop. Like, like, what is it? Salt Bay, Salt Bay. So a little bit of flair, like Salt Bay does, man. Uh, But yeah, that should be good. You should be able to join. You can help me dig. We should be able to dig faster. I remove them because if I don't, I'll forget, and that piece will stay there forever. People will walk by and it's like, dude, you still haven't removed that piece. We all saw it on live when you placed it, and it was all messed up and you still haven't? No, 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 man. I'm ranting now. Maybe this can be solid. What if? What if? Hmm. I was thinking of creating like with the small blocks, kind of like a pathway, and leave you to actually see the exograph. But then what's the point of these corners? No, I like those corners there. Yeah, we're gonna play something like this. Someone here regulating like control traffic, and we may be able to put fob here or something in the middle. We can definitely do it. We can place anything anywhere. But you know what I mean. So that we can create a control room with switches that's regulating maybe the flow of traffic here in and out of the base. Let's go. Let's use the exograph and see how it goes. Which I probably should have tested before, right? Let's see. But no, we have plenty of clearance. Turn a corner. Sharp corner. We're good. Didn't even hit the edge. Good stuff. That's it. Okay, let me save it. I don't know why I have that save point over there so far away. Yeah. Our travelers can get completely around the base wherever they want without getting in the way of the exocraft. So they're not gonna get squished. We're not gonna have accidents unless someone gets drunk and starts running around the track. Go streaking around the track, right? But yeah, it says can be worse than C. Yep. The upgrades can be worse than C, says Nitro. Yep. I've been playing since day one on PS4. I have seen things, the things that we can't do anymore, like melee shuffling 30 minutes from the base in a minute. What? What is that? Melee shuffling 30 minutes from the base in a minute. You can drive on glass. Your Ethereum prejudice is showing. I am an OG too. I miss Foundation. No, don't. Oh, I thought you meant the multiplayer. I have to restart though. It says Nitro. Okay. Gig Hunter says you can still melee shuffle, but you are not going far with it. Right. It drains your jetpack really fast. Nitro says I'll be right back because I have to restart. New graphics card, new drivers. Awesome, awesome. I have space alcohol if anyone wants it, Law says. Nice. Ferment. Well, this whole atmosphere is fermented. Okay. Let's imagine it. It's vaporized alcohol. All right. So let's start digging. This chamber is pretty much ready to corner. Let's leave it. Let's leave it. We're already placing. They you asked me about if I was concerned about build limits, and I just remembered they upgraded the rendering capacity of large bases with the Origins patch. So now it's gonna be even better for performance when you're trying to render your these massive bases. So they give a little bit of love. So you can expect to be able to build a little bit larger bases than we were able to build before. Concrete. Sweet. Okay, let's dig. Yep. So I like digging now with the flatten tool. It kind of it stays permanent. They have the flatten hasn't grown back. What grew back was the geology cannon and the minotaur. And it's really fast to dig with this, especially if you use it from a distance. Look at that, it just eats up the terrain. Mara, you farted. My dog just, she was in the living room and came here just to fart. Oh my god. I should have. I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh, puppy girl, no. Dance. Dance. Mara, dance. It's like it raised the pressure of the room. Oh no. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're fine. In symmetry. Okay. So how much space does an exocraft take? A platform. Let's measure it, because this is gonna help us decide how wide we want our chamber to be. Let's use the largest. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's because I'm reaching the barrier. Okay. All right. We'll need 3 by 3 for each exocraft, because even if the pedestal is smaller, I'll still center it on the same size block to keep them consistent. Then we can also use, I'll show you how to create a small column, but there's nothing to it really. I can show you immediately in case you have to drop by the time I implement it. Here, you use the small concrete wall and you start at the corner, and notice that because you use a small wall, it lets you place one towards the center of that floor, and then you just raise that up. Now we can have, imagine that's going all around. You could have this right there. And you can create a roof on it, and it looks like a parking garage. You can make it arched, which makes it look like a parking garage, and then expose this side as a controls panel kind of thing. You can even glitch place walls to close that off and only have the controls access from the inside. So that's pretty cool. What the things you can do with glitch building, right? Let's remove those walls. But that's what we're going to do there. Uh, so it takes six. It takes six, but I also like leaving room in the back, in all sides. So therefore, we need a 8 by 8 for each. Oh, that's large, but still, it's gonna look amazing, and that's what we want. Okay. So this is the first. This is 1, and then 8 that way. No, 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 no. I'm lying. It's only 4. It's a 4 by 4. It's a 4 by 4 because it's a 3 by 3. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, let's use the flatten. I don't want to have my walls, my floors digging for me. That's one of the terrains that definitely grows back. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna use color labeling. So there is one exocraft centered. You can see it now coming together. I can. It's gonna. It won't take more. I think it only takes 4 of them. I think they're not gonna dig. Yeah, floors are not digging anymore. They start digging, but eventually, after you use them enough times, they start. After you make enough terrain edits, they just stop making digging for you. Okay. Here. Let me see. Um, Get Hunter says melee shuffling is if you fire an ammo base round from your multi-tool, so it not a full clip like bowcaster. Then hold the melee key. Yes, hold and then spam the reload weapon key. I've never done that. That's pretty cool. Typo says they're saying terrain mods are like separate from build limits. I think. Yes, yes, I think so. And there is a limit to how many terrain modifications you can do as well. And that's when it starts to grow back, I think, as well. If But we're gonna have one bunker base per save file, because if you start working on a second, it's probably gonna start making the terrain grow back on the first. Okay, let's color it again. 1, 2, and let's compare. There should be 6 squares between these, and they should line up in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they do line up in the center. Then there's one outer one layer outside. Uh, yes. Let's flatten again. I think that terrain level is not right. This is the one I want. What is it, Mara? Where is it? She sees a dog. People are walking their dogs at night. She's looking at the balcony and barking at everything that walks by. That's the life. That's how they get updates. That's their YouTube. That's their. Yo, what is all this? How was it? How was your barking, Mara? Was it good? Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's check again. So it's 3 by 3. 3 by 3. What is it, puppy girl? I'm gonna start with a smaller exograph first. It's hard to see the center. We'll fix them later. We'll get a feeling for them. Alright, and we'll also color the pedestal later. Structures, concrete. I'm just gonna leave them, and after I dig the ceiling, I'll raise these columns. But I think they're gonna help me, you know, just see it. And we ran out of ferrite dust yet again. Or maybe it's that we're too far away from our starship, and that's a more likely reason. We need to dig that. No, we don't. So you'll see flashes of terrain, and then you get close to it, and it renders out. But yeah. Let's place this guy over here. Come on. Oh, wow. That's fine. Ouch. Yeah, we have 8,000 parts to place. Okay, I mean 800 parts to place. We're good. Good for a while. leave those there. So what's your favorite exograph, guys? Uh, and if it's the Minotaur, besides the Minotaur, because I know the Minotaur is kind of like its own thing, which is pretty cool. These are my two favorite. The Pilgrim and the Roamer. I like the Nomad because it can go over water, but just for that, pretty much. I think it's pretty fast too. And in Earth-like, I mean, in low atmosphere planets, the the Nomad becomes a spacecraft. It can fly and stay flying at the top of the planet. All right. All right, let's keep building so that we define the walls. So therefore, there's gonna be one pathway here between both. But let's make the pathway at least 2 squares wide. Because our main pathway for cars is 4 squares wide. So I think this one for humans is fine to be 2. Otherwise, you may feel a little bit claustrophobic there. Also, if your terrain grows back, remember that we're making a ton of extra edits that eventually are not gonna be seen by anyone because they're gonna be behind the walls. But we cannot control how much, right? So we're making extra edits that we need. Say they grow back, and then with the structure already placed, you re-dig, but now you have only dug in the things that are visible. So you end up with a more efficient eh, base that has less edits. So it might even be a good thing. But it should not discourage you from digging it out and at least hoping that it doesn't grow back anymore. Okay, now let's switch to the dark gray. Okay, no, that's not the one. 1, 2, and 3, and those line up. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's change the color. There should be four blue squares, and that's not 4 blue squares. Oh no, there should be 6. 6 because we extended the columns one wide in, one column inwards. That's perfect. Now, gray 1, 1, 2, and 3. Blue 1. 2 and 3, and then another row. All right. Now let's dig what's remaining. And then we'll start placing walls, and we'll use the walls to start digging upwards. So you notice we still have a ton of terrain on top of us, because the flattened terrain only has so much access. I was hoping that behind this wall there was a massive cave chamber, so that, you know, you use the cave chamber and you don't have to actually make edits. But now it's just dense mountain. Luckily there's no limit that prevents us from digging further. We just keep building and digging the mountain out. Okay, gray ones we have 2. Yeah, 3 and 4. Yeah, these are good. We just need the outer layer of the blue ones. Ah, now we're too far away. Okay, let's just use the summon feature. That way we don't have to wait until the floor to re-render. Let's put it over here. I like it. I like the arc. I think I'm gonna raise the outer layer 1 square up, so that you can get out of the walkway and come down to the exocraft level, or you can just walk around it. You know, like this walkway, I mean. Oh, it already is. This is perfect. It already is. We'll just keep going like that. Nitro says, well, my NMS decided to erase itself from a system. No. So I have to reinstall. Oh well, but still, your save file is in the cloud in Steam's save file, right? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's no issue. It's gotta wait until it downloads, okay? This non-destructive. Well, it is destructive because it erased the file, but no loss of save data, right? Or did it lose? Nitro says, I have saves. Awesome. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Yeah. Can't remember who was. It was another streamer. He had a community event in his freighter, but he was playing permadeath, and when people started to load into his freighter, it caused him to glitch or something, glitch load, and he fell through the freighter and died on his permadeath. So it's awful, awful. That means loss of the save file, right? So that's the worst thing that can happen to us. But yeah, permadeath, that's what you're in for, right? Still, having a successful permadeath, building your freighter, and then having it all lost to a glitch that's unrevertible, yeah, it's bad. That is really really annoying. No, not really annoying, frustrating. It takes so long just placing the parts. I'm just thinking, how many streams more before I finish this? It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a few of them, at least 2 or 3 more. It's a process. It's a process. We can only put a few hours in every day, and these bases take tens of hours to build. It's the symmetry. Let's review symmetry. 4. Okay, and then here with 1 square. This one lines up to this column here. That's 2. This column lines up with this one. This one has a space around it. This one does as well. There goes our... Yay! We glitch build. Oh, nice. That's what we do. Let's do it again, but let's face the exocraft in the correct direction. Oh. Yeah, we got it now. And it's centered. Nice. That is the right direction. We have our 4. Guess what? Middle place, I'm gonna put the final one. No, because in the middle I cannot center it. Yes, I can center it. Of course I can center it. 4x4. Mara, it's not playtime, baby. There we go. Okay, let's make this. Let's paint this the other color and center the exocraft within these. Not restore. We want to flatten. Alright, let's see if that's enough space for our Colossus. Good stuff. Let's see where direction it's gonna face. Good. Now, can we sneak in columns like we did earlier? Yes. Ah, but it doesn't fit. Alright, no columns for the Colossus. It'll have columns on the sides. Nick Law, welcome. He says Tectoni, base builder supreme. Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying it. We try, we try. And I think the engine is too close to the wall. So I'm gonna move it further. Now that I can, before I commit, we haven't committed yet to anything, right? Let's push it a bit further. These are gonna be gray. Eventually, I'm not gonna use this color, the gray color. I'm gonna repaint it something else probably. But for now, it works for me to create a visual code, a color code, coding kind of thing, and make sure I keep the symmetry correct. The most important thing is that not messing up the symmetry and then having to undo everything just to move the entire structure one block deeper or to the left or to the right, you know. But this works. This works. Ah, I know what I'm gonna do later. Let's get to the part of digging first. And because there's barely any room here. No, that's wrong. But yeah, how you been, man? Nick Law. Nick Law asked, how do you get that much dust? Well, if you go to a wealthy economy planet, the Galactic Trade Station will sell you for sure around 5,000 of them. They sell quite a bit of ferrite dust, and they're guaranteed. Plus, every alien that lands on that space station will have their own inventory of ferrite dust. So therefore, oop, these walls are not the right color. In one space station, you can buy all the ferrite dust that you want. Although the aliens' inventory is shared, like some of the aliens are recycled by the game, and their inventories will run out. But by then you have 10,000 ferrite dust. But yeah, good question because you see how fast we run through it. All right. We have this huge, massive wall on top of us. But we're about to start placing walls that are gonna help us dig. Oh, it's hot. Let's try this. What if we climb up on this? And then we start to flatten from here. Nitro says, all right, it's installed. Awesome, man. Yeah, I bet you can't wait to test out that new graphics card. It's gonna be epic. Make sure to hit the high performance setting on your game, so that it renders in all the cluster and the details, and just goes for the max graphic output. I'm not sure if it'll detect it automatically. Why are you not digging? There you go. You scared me for a second. Scared me. Oh, no. Alright, dig for me. Alright. Me caso en nada. Nick Law says, where are you from? I'm from Puerto Rico. Although I live now in Tampa, Florida. Yeah, moved over here to study and been working since. I love it here. This is home now. But yeah, I was born and grew up in Puerto Rico. Yeah. I miss it. I miss it. All my friends and family still over there. Obviously, I have friends over here now, but you know what I mean. Friends I grew up with. Yeah, I'll just get closer. I'm being lazy. yeah, it plays correctly. Nitro says, ever go back? Yes, I am actually planning my next vacation this December to be going back home to Puerto Rico, visit friends and family. My parents are like, oh, why don't we go somewhere else? You always come to Puerto Rico. It's like, but that's what I want to do. That I want to see my friends. I want to see my family. You know, I barely get to see them, like maybe 2 times a year. I don't want to go anywhere else. Live my whole life only traveling back and forth from Puerto Rico and Florida. That sounds good. At least that's a privilege. Not everyone gets to, or is so conveniently close to their family. Uh, yeah. Imagine people from India. You know, their family is really far away, and from all over the place. Actually, from most countries are farther away. Probably 50-50. Okay, let's get closer over there and place them properly. What? We got sandworms in our ceiling. Ooh, excuse me. All right. Now we have to dig. Let's hit that save file. I'm actually gonna do a clean load. We have been placing a lot of parts and digging a lot of things. I don't want an issue and since I'm gonna be digging this whole massive boulder, I wanted to do it with a clean, fresh low file, the memory and everything. So we saved. I totally exit the game and I do a full reload. And that way, if there's anything wonky going on in the code right now, we start from fresh and avoid a crash, hopefully. But that's just me and like, and I do this because of a experience with building these kind of bases. I didn't do it live. I've been building them, just for myself. But even then, you're just building and suddenly crashes. You might be playing single player, no one's joining, but it's just a matter of chance and luck. It can be something outside like a fauna or something suddenly triggers a glitch and crashes your game. You never know what causes your game to crash. Um, but you don't want to have that happen, right? Let's load in. Shouldn't take long. And we did notice that our flattened terrain sometimes was kind of like getting stuck. It wouldn't dig for us, so that looked kind of odd. Um, just tips to avoid having to lose progress. loading. Base is getting large, so it takes longer time to load. Takes considerable more time to load. Come on, come on. There we go. Alright, everything looks good. A little bit of leftover flying dirt over here. Let's do a little bit of house cleaning here. Okay. Yeah, let's clean this before we start digging even more. Okay. Now I'm gonna set my mining beam to the highest setting. I'm just gonna go all aiming upwards. Ah, I forgot to show you guys the mining Minotaur trick. Oh my god. Well, the trick is if you aim downwards and jump, it'll travel horizontally faster than if you would just regular jump. So like aim down and then jump. That's it. That's all it is. And it'll travel faster than any other exocraft. It's crazy. It's like it uses the rocket boost horizontally instead of, you know, kind of like in an angle. This is just one stream digging this. It's a This is the highest setting. Yep. So what's new, guys? There's just nothing much to talk about here, but terrain getting dug. But yeah, this use the mining beam. Don't use the geology cannon. It grew back. We used the geology cannon and it grew back. We used the Minotaur boar and it grew back. Mining beam's the one it's not. Kaylor Caritas, he says, "What's up, travelers? All good, Caritas. How are you doing, man? Good to see you again." Nick Law says, "Getting my first farm up and running. Have 3 exocrafts, some medium buildings, going well." Awesome, man. That sounds great, dude. Boss. Getting it done. Oh, look, an opening. Oh no, it's not an opening. It's just a mesh. We saw through the mesh. Killer Carita likes the buildings, the farm. Oh, I hear some spacecraft. Nitro's joining in the game. Get to digging, Nitro. Come on. Nah, I changed the color again. Oh, because I reloaded. Now let's go all around it and then be placing the walls and everything as we're digging. So it takes patience. It takes patience, but once you have it, it's so rewarding. You know, it's usually the most the things we value the most are the ones that took the most effort to acquire. Nice, we have one corner. We're going fast, guys. We're going fast. I want to go fast. I want to go fast. I want to go fast. Who knows where that reference is from? Okay, let's dig. Mara, ya, por favor. Ya. Man, she's been barking for the whole stream. The whole stream, she's been barking out the window. My neighbors are almost gonna call the police. Almost. It's like, dude, shut the dog up. Albion, welcome, Albion 9 Pro, X Pro. This game has so lack of community activity on YouTube. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. It's one of the best though. You won't find more helpful and friendly players in other communities. Um, but yeah, I think there's a few communities. I think Craze Gaming is doing a new live stream. And his channel is booming always, so you could find a ton of people there. Who else? This guy, I always forget their names. Oh my god, Captain Steve, you gotta check out Captain Steve. Captain Steve came into our stream too. Today we got raided by Shadow, um, and it was like 12 people joined, so it's okay. I don't feel alone, you know. But the game is hard to do multiplayer, so it is more difficult to have a community, and many people also don't have like a microphone connected or chat, so it's kind of like gesture communication mostly in the Atlas. I can see that it's multiplayer is a little bit more challenging, hard to establish, and like sustain. But get your friends, send friend requests over Xbox, and then invite them to Xbox groups, and then you can do like voice chatting, and send text messages and all that kind of stuff. That's how we did in Ark Survival, because chatting in Ark Survival is a pain in the ass. And also, you don't want your enemies to hear your microphone, and listening, like enemy base not uploadable. What do you mean base not uploadable? We haven't even reached the. Yeah, but this kind of defeats the purpose. If I cannot upload it, and you guys cannot join this base. Let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. Let's save. Let's save and get out. I'm gonna switch my accounts, and I'm gonna show you Morrowind Bunker. The Morrowind Bunker. Morrowind Bunker is pretty much just as large as this one. Maybe I made it too tall. Ah, man. Okay. Okay, let's just quit entirely. We save. Yeah, we just reached a limit that doesn't let me upload the base, and that defeats the purpose of building it if you guys cannot join. So this was my first account, the account that I started playing No Man's Sky in, at least in Xbox. E uh, Iconicer Atreus, welcome, welcome. He says you have used 3001 of 3000 base pieces. Yes, we have. And sadly, that's why I need some time to research. I need to figure out now. After I didn't expect that message. I need to figure out if it's worth to continue building. But I'm gonna load a base here in my main file, Well, it's not my main file, but it's the one I used before I streamed. In this file, I build a base that I call the Morrowind Bunker, and you can see a full base tour on one of the videos I uploaded to the channel. That one is just dedicated to the base tour. But I want to see if it is a new thing that I cannot upload my base at 3,000 parts because I'm pretty sure Morrowind Bunker has way more than 3,000 parts. Excuse me. Hey, I'm sorry, Nick. Did you just crash? Nick was in our base when I quit. Haha, you can just come out and hang out in my dinky base. Awesome. Yeah, we can do that definitely. Let's see. But let me try to upload. Okay, so we're in our freighter. We're also a Viking over here. Uglier looking Viking than the other one. I wish I could find this starship again. I call it the Imperial Pegasus. Only the most honored Viking of high command are rewarded with the Imperial Pegasus. We have a problem, traveler friend. One of our ships has been badly damaged. I don't care. Okay. Recall it though. Recall it. We have good frigates. Recall them. Alright, let's find a teleporter. I know I haven't built it in my base. Is this the planet? Is it Vile Forest? No. I bet you're wondering what's in Vile Forest, huh? I'm wondering too. I want to see myself. I want to see what it's like. Dude, Vile Forest is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And Vile Forest is the moon, not this Earth-like archipelago planet with blue skies, green grass, and it's a toxic anomaly. It's a toxic anomaly, and this one generated what looks like. Let's see what it generated. Oh, and I haven't been here since the patch. Why would I call it Vile Forest? Probably because everything is gonna try to eat me when I land. Um, well, it has extreme storms. Let's see the animals. I probably already logged them. Oh, it doesn't have fauna. Doesn't have animals at all. Not like it's low. There are no animals, no birds. That's why it's bile. Nothing survives here but trees. All right, teleporter. Let's go to Morrowind Bunker. It's a pretty cool moon though. I see why I saved it. Man, I have to scale it down. I can scale it down. It's not gonna be the same thing though. It's not gonna be what I had imagined and I wanted to build. Oh, it's an abandoned one. Well, it has a teleporter. Agoyam Terminus. Nick Law says no crash. Not sure what you mean. Oh yeah, because since I quit the game and I don't know if you lost the host of the session or something that it would have caused you to glitch out. Who's been watering the plants? Tom tom tom. The mystery of the sacred plant gardener in the abandoned space anomaly. The ghost gardener. The ghost gardener. One of the gag was so fond, the gardener was so fond and bound to his crops that even after the Atlas was destroyed by the Sentinels, his spirit just kept watering the plants and sustaining the life support. Lame. Antonio, don't be lame. Alright, Morrowind Bunker, here we are. This one is big. This one's, I don't know why it's suddenly like saying. I was able to upload it. Never seen one of these places. What the fuck? What do you mean? The Vile Forest thing? Yeah, it's called a mega exotic. There are like 11 types of exotic planets, and then there is the extra mega exotic, which is it's not really an exotic like inside the game. But let me not confuse you. The mega exotic will show like that. It can have extreme weather or it can have clear weather. It can have radiation. No, it doesn't have radiation. It doesn't have freezing. It can have extreme storms, which are cause heat. But the cool thing is they usually have like a chromatic hue to the environment, and also they pick one random flora or mineral from any of the biomes, including the underwater biomes, and it generates it as giant. This planet this planet is a mega exotic. It has a hue effect. You can see the hue has already taken effect. It's kind of like a blue mist thing. Plus, the reason I call it a Morrowind bunker is because the vegetation that this planet chose to gigantify is mushrooms that look just like the ones in Morrowind. Ah, this base is way more conservative in terms of parts, but it's not, it's I think it looks good. I think we should build something similar to this same pattern to stay within the limits. But check this bunker out. It came with its own cave system, natural cave system, and this when I built this one, it was accidental. I didn't know there was a cave system behind the wall. There's even an animal here. This is new. The Origins patch added cave animals for us, which is awesome because there's our Nautilus. Let's see what the base parts say. We're done with terrain edits. We have no more edits. That's good. That's good because I probably used the max amount. Mara, por favor, please. Mara. Sorry, I'm yelling at you guys. Trying to yell at the dog. this whole thing was routed. Okay, looks like we have to make some edits here. Terrain is kind of like stuck, getting my character stuck. There we go. Yeah. You see why I call it Morrowind? Look. But yeah, it comes with its own activated indium vein, and it's an S-class vein as well. So here's the bunker base. Who's calling this late? Oh, my friend. Hey man, can I call you back? Okay, let's meet up tomorrow. Alright, talk to you later. Okay. You see, I do have friends. Okay. Yeah, I called him earlier today and he was returning the call, but we're live, right? So, yeah. But yeah, we can do this pattern. We can do this pattern. I'm just gonna memorize things. And that way we don't ruin the build limit. Or why not just use this one? We already have built it. The problem is it's on this save file. Okay. We can still even keep building. Oh, look at this! You guys are gonna love this. Look, you see this massive chute? All right. Look at what's in here. Oh, where are my parts? Where are my building parts? Aw, man, that's lame. That's the color. Hey, we're base building. We're base building on a different save file altogether. I don't know why you guys didn't want to place, or why this disappeared. Oh my god, we got animals now running all around our base. We used to have like the blobs, you know what I mean. They kind of like hop all around everywhere. Maybe I left this half done. It wasn't the patch. But yeah, we even had robotic arm decorations that came out of the walls, kind of like they did maintenance from over here. Oh, even the lights are messed up. Yeah, the manager would just, you know, perform maintenance from here remotely. Because yeah, at this moment in age, who uses tools, manual tools? They use robotic arms for everything. Nah, this got removed. This wasn't me. This just messed up. Probably during the patch. At least the lights are working. What does this do? I'm trying to hit the switch. Oh, it's because I have the builder tool. Yeah. Builder menu open. It keeps it open. It forces it open. That's the override switch. I'll show you what I mean later. Okay, let's save. I'm just inspecting the base and making sure everything is still working. It's pretty lame that it doesn't know whether it's in underground or outside. Yeah, but here the bunker, the exograph has its own exit. The red space station. Wanna see. Never never seen one of these places. What the fuck? Yes, the red space station is an abandoned space station. You can find those in your galactic map. You'll notice that they don't have a conflict. When you see install a conflict scanner and an economy scanner, you'll notice that some star systems will have a 1-star economy, but they won't have. Oh, I know what happened. The whole door got removed. Well, that made it work. Okay. Oh, wow. What's happening? Oh my. Now we cannot even remove the switch over there that's blocking us. Let's try to go around. What the fuck? We lost this door as well. This base is my pride and joy. And it's got destroyed by the stinky mean old update. That looks ugly, yes. Because I used the wrong one. It seems that it was consistent. It's like as I'm placing parts, they get removed. It's removing more and more and more and more. Is that what's happening? Oh yeah, they're definitely both having problems. But do you think that's what's happening? That as I'm building parts, somewhere else in the base they're getting removed? I don't know. Look at this, all the corridors. I haven't been here since Desolation. Look, this freighter hasn't even been upgraded. I need glass now. Weirdly enough, it already knows these recipes and I haven't learned them. I haven't even played since this just released. It came already knowing all these. Missing components. That's fine. Why? Alright, that's good. And now these are gone. My teleporter's gone. It's like I keep placing parts and it keeps removing more and more and more and more. Alright, that's it. Okay. We're not gonna keep building that massive base only to run into the same issues that this base is having. We're gonna use this archetype. Okay, so let's just keep analyzing it and figure out a way to keep it efficient. I guess we could get rid of this room, maybe a room like this. I don't know. 3 walls high, and then a slope. Yeah, it just seems to be keep placing parts. Probably it rendered parts, it reached the limit, and then it stopped rendering them. And as I'm adding more, But that's weird because it would show the same thing that the other one says, 3,000 limit. Let's keep building. Let's redeem this base. Maybe it's not even removing them. Maybe it's just that it had trouble. I just saved it, didn't I? No, I don't know. I don't know. Let's make sure. Okay, let's redeem it. Tech specialist terminal. This is our security checkpoint. Available to build 0. Ah, it didn't erase them. It didn't erase them. It should also tell me the same thing for the teleporter. Yep, I cannot place one because already one per base. Let me refresh. Let me reload this. Let's see if the overseer office has a teleporter. It still has its teleporter. Oh, where's the door? Oh man, it just took out everything. Restart point saved. Oh, it has salvageable scrap. Yeah, we're just gonna keep assessing. Next stream, I may delete the base we have built so far on the other save file and start again with a new blueprint design that is less compact. Also, I will start on a natural cave formation. I will take my time looking for a planet. Look, we already found a planet. In the same planet that we are, the frothing planet, we're gonna find a better location. Maybe here, even we already have the S-class generator. We can downscale the generator and not create it as a plant, but just like a tower kind of thing. And that should reduce the parts, but also keep it interesting and not boring. Uh, we can create an electrical tower using the generators. Uh, it should come out pretty cool. But the um, the base as is right now, it's too massive. It's too large, and it's awesome because it's perfect size, but it's just too large for the game at this moment. So we have to refactor. All right, moment of truth. All right, the wall we place is back. The door we place is back. Oh, and now the other one is back as well. So they're both glitching into each other. Ah, man. Now we have glitch place things on top of each other. Probably this has two as well. Yep, this has two. This has two. And I saved it. Options. No, I did not save it. Let's go back to the manual save file. Alvian says, "Nice base, by the way." Thanks, Alvian. I appreciate that. We're just loading it for the first time after the Origins update, and it looks like it's having a little bit of issue. But hopefully, it'll only take a few reloads, and everything will be back on track. So what happened is we loaded in, and some pieces were missing. But so I started placing them. But what happens is they're not really missing, they just didn't render in. So after we reloaded it, then they showed up again, and now we had parts placed on the same position, same on top of each other. So that could cause issues. We want to revert back to a moment in time when we don't have this issue. But no, yeah, we're gonna be backtracking to that base. And I actually want to take time to go back to older bases that I have on the other save file and totally remove them to unload them from the memory. Oh, now it's me. Oh, yeah, I thought the barriers were missing. It's rendering things in. This time it rendered the door and it rendered the walls. So you want to see something cool about this base now that we have it rendered? The Overseer has 3 switches, main switches. Well, it has a 4th one, but this is the master cutoff switch. If we cut this switch off, because I thought we got power to everything. That's what this switch should do. Okay, so I don't know how the other switch is gonna work. Let's do it. Okay, it looks like it did cut power. So this should have cut power to all the proximity sensors, forcing the doors to shut down forcibly. They won't work. So say for example you were getting attacked, the sentries show up and they're gonna destroy the base. Your Overseer can throw the shutdown signal and lock the base away from the inside out. But there's a fire. You have to be able to get out, right? So you can flip the switch and still be able to singularly override this door. And this door doesn't matter, it'll stay open even if the proximity switch, the lockdown signal is active. Now, say everything is good over here. Your Overseer has not activated the lockdown mechanism. You could still use this side switch to lock it down behind you. So you can make that decision. Someone's following behind you, trying to get into a bunker. You go through the door, you shut it behind you, you're safe. They're not. They're out in the electrical rain. But yeah, that's something. And if you want to see how to do that configuration, I have a video on how to set up these complex mechanisms and circuits. But looks like our base is back and everything is accounted for. I love I love this base Overseer design. It took me so long to find an Overseer that looks so awesome. We're gonna reload, save this manual. Our our weapons terminal guy is not the coolest looking guy, but you can now hire different technicians. You'll find them in the giant monoliths, the new structures they added. I ran into a multi-tool vendor there. He wanted to join the team, and I was like, oh, first multi-tool vendor that I see that wants to join since the one in the mission. Let's go to the base computer for the final thing. Last thing we're gonna do on the stream. I'm gonna try to upload the base changes or the current state of the base and see what happens. See if the game accepts it. Then I can use this kind of like a blueprint and build it live over there. Yeah. No issue. I can't believe that we have already exceeded the base limit that this base never reached. This base never reached that limit. But also notice that it digs into the mountain really quickly. It's only like 5 squares. Ours is a massive tunnel. And almost all of it is exposed, so it causes us to build double layered to simulate the density. But still, this one even has a second hangar over here. But yeah, it's also that we build our hangar 8 tall. So we build it. This one is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ours has one angle, then 6 walls, then another angle, and then finally the roof. So it's just massive. It's just too massive. We built something that's just too massive. And this is not bad because look, even the exocraft looks big. In the other one, in our other base, the exocraft looks super tiny inside its bunker. But here it neither looks like too small nor too large. This kind of like is the perfect size. Look how easy the exocraft handles this. Yeah. I'm not the best driver here. Look at this. No, you see the lights at the end? The green light tells you you're good to move forward. Don't tell me they're messed up. Well, maybe the yellow light is messed up, but the red light should turn on. Yeah, there it is. Red light says you're good. And that's because our exocraft technician lives in here. So there's only a thin layer of glass between him and getting squished. So that's why I have that like mechanism to let him you know, be safe or safer. It's up to the driver to regard or disregard the stoplights. We have a few batteries here, which I like to think they recharge our exocraft. Right? Let's you know, I think electrical vehicles have come a long way. They're probably not gas powered. Although you can hear the engine rumbling, you can hear the revolutions, the revs going. But that's a good sound. That's the kind of sound you expect from a car. There you go. Go. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed today's stream. We reached the 3001 placing limit on our other base, so we're gonna have to remove the items. Literally, I'm gonna destroy the base. Probably I'm not gonna place it it'll take less time for me to buy the ferrite dust than to remove all the pieces. Maybe the electrical plant has valuable resources that I want to take out. But yeah, we'll clean it. Maybe we can leave the electrical plant where it is, stay there, and then pick another location that our bunker needs less outer face, and we just focus on the inside. And also, we take that massive tunnel that's 8 by 8 and we make it 4 by 4, and that cuts our part usage in half. So we have a strategy now, and we'll implement it next stream coming Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So expect me then, and we will continue the base build. This weekend, I'm not sure how much streaming we'll be able to do. I have a few things coming up, and I'll be working on the weekend as well. So that's coming up, but I'll tell you on Friday. Thank you all for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been a pleasure having you all, and thanks for just joining me and making me company. So have a good evening, guys, everyone, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps me out. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a good night, everyone. Hope you stay safe.